Hi everybody, welcome to chapter 16 of The Adventures of the Wishing Chair. Chapter 16 is called The Silly Boy, and it's already got me wondering who the silly boy is going to be. So let's get reading and we'll find out. The children were cross because Mother had said that the painters were in to paint the walls of the playroom and mend the window. This meant that they couldn't play there for some time. The children's playroom was built right at the bottom of the garden, and it was quite safe for their friend Chinky the Pixie to live there. This is because no one ever went to the garden playroom except for the children. But now the painters were going to be there for a whole week. It's a good thing it's summertime, so that you can live in the garden for a bit, said Molly. Oh, don't worry about me, said Chinky the Pixie. I've got a nice cosy place in the hollow of an oak tree. It's the chair I'm thinking about. Where are we going to put the chair? We can't have it flying about whilst the painters are in. Well, we better just put the chair in the box room, indoors, said Peter. That room's just been repainted, so I don't think Mother or any of the painters are going to be in there just yet. I think it'll be safe in there. So, when no one was looking, Peter and Molly carried the wishing chair up to the box room in the house. They stood it safely in a corner. Then they shut the window up tightly so that it couldn't fly out if the wings appeared suddenly. They couldn't have Pixie to play with in the house because they didn't want anyone to know about him. So they asked Thomas, the little boy across the road, to come over and play soldiers on a rainy afternoon. They weren't best friends with Thomas, but he was better than nobody to play with. Thomas came over. They soon got tired of playing soldiers, and Thomas began turning head over heels down the nursery floor. He was very good at doing forward rolls. I can make awful faces too, he said to Molly and Peter, and he began to pull such dreadful funny faces that the two children gazed at him in surprise. Our mother said if you pull faces like that and the wind stops, that you might get your face stuck like that, said Molly. Please stop it, Thomas. But Thomas wouldn't. He wrinkled up his nose and his forehead and blew out his cheeks. And do you know, the wind changed that very minute. And poor Thomas struggled to get his face right again. He tried and tried, but he couldn't. Oh no, it was dreadful. His face was stuck with his cheeks blown out. Oh, Thomas, the wind changed. I saw the weather and I did warn you, but you were being a bit silly, cried Molly. He can't go home like that, said Peter. Come on, let's try and wash his face in hot water. Perhaps it'll go right again. So, they tried to wash Thomas's face, but it was as bad as ever. His nose and forehead and blown out cheeks. Oh dear. Do you suppose our Pixie might know what to do? Peter said to Molly. Who's Chinky the Pixie? Asked Thomas. Never you mind, said Molly. Peter, go and find him and see what he says. I'll stay here with Thomas. He mustn't go out the nursery, because if he meets Mother or Jane, they'll think he's making faces at them and they might be a bit cross. So Peter ran downstairs and he went into the garden and whistled a little tune that the Pixie had taught him. He had to whistle this whenever he wanted to get the Pixie's attention. Chinky the Pixie whistled back. Peter saw him under a big hawthorn bush. He was mending a hole in his coat. Hi, what's wrong? Asked Chinky, sewing away. Well, we've got a boy in our nursery up the stairs who's been making dreadful faces, explained Peter. And you see, the wind changed and now, his face is stuck like that. So Molly asked me if you would do anything to help. Well, a boy as silly as that doesn't deserve any help, said Chinky the Pixie, breaking off his cotton and threading his needle. Oh no, Pixie, please. We really must help him. His mum might think that we made his face go like that. I don't want us to get into trouble. Please, then we won't be able to play with you. Well, okay, I'll help you because you're my friend. There's only one thing to be done for a person who's making faces when the wind changed. What's that? Asked Peter. Well, you've got to get a bit of the wind that blew just then and puff it into his face, said Chinky. Then he'll be right. But it's dreadfully difficult to get a bit of the same wind that made his face that way in the first place. So how are we supposed to do that? Asked Peter. Well, I think we should go in the wishing chair to Windy Wizard, said Chinky. He knows all the ins and outs of wind that blows. I've seen the old wishing chair looking out the window this afternoon trying to get out anyway, so maybe it'll grow wings. Go and see if it has, and tell Molly we need to go right away. Okay, thanks, Pixie, said Peter, and he ran indoors. He whispered to Molly everything that the Pixie had told him. I think the chair must have grown its wings, Molly said, because there's been such strange banging noises going on in the box room. You know, knocking and bumping about. I expect that the chair's trying to get out. I'll go and investigate, said Peter. So he ran up the topmost flight of the stairs and opened the box room door slowly. The wishing chair was still there. It was standing, ready to fly out, but Peter caught hold of it just in time. Now just wait a wee minute, chair, he said, but the chair wouldn't. It forced its way past Peter and the little boy jumped into it. Go to Chinky, he called, hoping that the chair wouldn't meet anyone in the way. That was it. The chair flew down the stairs and out into the garden. It went to where Chinky the Pixie was standing. It was flapping its red wings madly, and the Pixie jumped into it at once. To the Windy Wizards, he shouted. I say, Peter, isn't it in a hurry? We must have got tired of being shut in the box room. But just then, Molly was looking out the window. She'd heard the chair flying downstairs. She saw it up in the air, carrying Peter and Chinky, and she wished she was with it too. Someone's got to stay with Thomas, though, she thought to herself. He would just run home and go and tell our mothers. I can't leave him alone. What an ugly face he has now. Oh, I do hope Peter and Chinky find something to put it right.